Beautiful Rock Hill, South Carolina for some more Round 2 Women's National Championship League Card action. I'm Ian Anderson. Joining me today, the forehand to my backhand, Corey Merle. How's it going, Corey?
It is going good, man, and it is so refreshing to see these ladies take on Winthrop Arena. I've been coming here 4 out of the last 5 years, now 5 out of 6, and we see Paige play a year or two. We've seen Katrina, but seeing this whole field tackle this course is just so fun, and the stakes are high, Ian.
But they are, sir. Tell us about hole 1.
Oh gosh, it is a real tricky hole. We have seen so many changes throughout the years. I mentioned it the last round. Normally, or in years past, it's played pretty much straight and down. Now they've thrown the mando up, and it's much more of a sidearm shot. Lefties like Heather Young do get a little bit of a tricky angle, just because you really want to be on the right side of the gap releasing. You see Paige here, not even going to a run up. So we'll see if Heather Young can make it happen.
Yeah, you really don't need a run-up. It's short, but it is it's technical.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. That's a great kick.
That is a fantastic kick. Being behind that bush is like worst-case scenario, for sure.
Yeah, there's nothing back there.
No.
Katrina Allen's been working on that sidearm, and it's been nice lately.
It really has. She's been leaning on this like beige-greenish H1 V2. It's really the disc you're looking for, that Firebird-esque disc. This is the danger with the sidearm, though. If you push it long at all, everything just sucks into that bush.
Yeah, this green is a very tough stick. Here is our lefty, Heather Young. I think you said out of Tennessee, Corey?
Yep, out of Tennessee. Her and her family have a private course on the property, super wooded, so look for her to be hitting as many lines as she can on this course, albeit not that one.
Yeah, that is going to be a very tough par. And Missy Gannon, looks like a Zeus from her.
Yep, whatever you got that's going to go sidearm. I think we saw a Raptor out of Paige, Zeus. Anything that's going to have that overstable finish is going to work for you.
That was nice.
Heather,
and
though,
Heather.
is, in places not often seen.
Yeah, so looking at her third right here, trying to get in position for the bogey save.
You're going to see a lot of sidearms, a lot of backhands. She's a very well-rounded player. Exciting to see a young player like that. Just really every shot in the game.
Mm-hmm. Not the biggest arm, but like you said, incredibly accurate.
And she's young, man. She's going to grow into that body, grow into that form. I look for her to be really a staple on tour going forward.
Cool. That was Paige just laying up. There is Katrina doing the same. Smartly done there.
Yeah, you can just see how dangerous this green is, man. I mean, Missy really eyeing this one down.
She wanted to. The body didn't let her, though.
Exactly. It's so tough to nail that one. I mean, 27 feet. First hole of the second round. It's early. The last thing you want to do is blow by this thing.
Yep. And first putts can feel weird.
Yeah, that's
as
a
we've
fact.
seen. There is Heather taking her bogey. That is Paige with a par, and Katrina and Missy should be doing the same here in a second.
Yeah, no shame in starting off with a par. I mean, you want the birdie, obviously. It's disc golf, but again, clean is the name of the game out here at Winthrop.
Mm-hmm. There's Kat with her par, keeping it clean. Like I said, Missy's out of Colorado.
Yep. I originally heard about who she was from Brian Geis, also out of, obviously, Colorado. He's Fort Collins area. So, yeah, somewhere out of that region. I couldn't tell you exactly what town, but yeah, she's been touring pretty much full-time for really, I think, 2019, 2020, and a bit of 2018. So
Cool. On to hole 2, sir.
Yep, par 4, 534 feet from the Women's National Championship tee. Really does have that two-shot appeal, though. The first shot piercing as far straight as you can go. There is a little bit of OB on that right side by the fence, so should be, in Paige's mind when she lays down this roller. But once you get to the green, you got to deal with those Motzi sticks, and that's about it.
Yeah, it does play great for the roller unless that happens.
Yeah, I mean, you got to hit your gap, whatever shot you're going to throw, really.
Katrina looks to be opting for the air shot based on the run-up.
She does. She throws these low lines so good, just piercing straight.
Yeah. And she really undersells her distance, too.
Yeah, and 277 there, it doesn't seem like a lot of distance, but is gently gliding up the whole way or rolling up, and the low ceiling really, you can't pump one too far.
This was the most surprising hole for me to see in person versus on video and see how uphill it is off that tee.
100% correct. It's not imposing amount of uphill, but it just goes up the whole way.
Yeah. Heather Young up next. Looking to come back from that bogey.
Yeah, good shot. Right in the middle. Hard to ask for more than that. Going to have that lefty approach over OB most of the time, so something to think about, but she should be fine.
Looking at Paige, just probably trying to get in position for a par. Kind of seems like birdie's out of the equation right now.
Yeah, and with how pinched that green is with the out of bounds, no sense really trying to get too aggressive.
Oh, man.
Clip the limbs. Yeah, is going to slide out of bounds. That's
Nasty
tough.
kick there, yeah. Katrina, her second.
Same line as Missy, though. Oh.
I think she stays in, though.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, you see those little, like, parking curbs. They can be really forgiving and also really frustrating if you somehow slide in between them.
That's right. There's Paige laying up nicely for her par. Missy will be throwing, 4 right now.
Yeah, up and down, get under the basket, move on with just the little damage as it is.
Mm-hmm. Heather throwing her third. Oh, busting out the forehand early.
Yeah, she throws a lot of these sidearm approaches with the putters. Just so touchy. Normally, you don't see a lot of players opting for that in a wide open area, but she just has them dialed.
Yeah. Reminds me of Yuli.
Yeah, good point actually.
Kat looks like she just barely stayed in bounds here. Oh, can't take advantage though.
No, and she wanted it. You could tell, man. She's out here fighting 4 strokes back at Paige after round 1. You know, she can't play it easy and just be safe the whole time because Paige is going to be aggressive.
That she is. Although that might bite her out here at WNC.
You know
course.
what? Not a bad opinion. Like, if you can just wait her out, she might make that big mistake. And there's quite a few holes out here that those big numbers can come on. So, 2 options.
We'll see how they play it. There is Paige with her par, and Kat will be doing the same here in a second.
I'm just so glad we got holes 1 and 2 back from last year, though. I mean, hole 3, the hole we're going to play now, was the starting hole last year. Felt cool as a starting hole, but I don't know. These first 2 holes are I just like them so much. They're so iconic.
Yeah, I really like 2 a lot. It's got a cool shape to it. And here is hole 3.
Yep, gently downhill the whole way, throwing out of a beautifully framed tee shot here. Hazard to the left, as that little notification would tell you. There is a little bit of OB deep in the trees to the right, but really you just want that net straight shot gliding right at the basket the whole time. You're going to see some sidearms if the player has a big sidearm or the lefty shot from Heather over the hazard, but likely to see some straight shots at the mid-range here.
It looks like Kat is going for. Is this going to flip enough?
I don't think it is, honestly.
Go.
Oh my.
Is she in it? Oh
That's
my gosh.
Green. That is green.
That's sick.
It's like, must be right on the line.
It must be. Heather Young?
This looks really, really good.
That's only
Gliding down
47 miles an hour, Corey, and she's parked, man. Like, it doesn't take much.
I'm telling you, it's spin, spin, spin on this hole.
It is, isn't it? Missy Gannon? Trying to spin for the win. I like it.
Yeah, and that might...
Hook up.
Oh, see, that's drifting a little more than she wanted.
Oh, dang.
Not going to be pushing that out of bounds in the trees, but obviously, you want better than a 58-footer from the trees here.
Oh, I thought that was going in.
Hey, world putting champion, Missy Gannon, so you can never count her out.
Like it. Kat? Oh, dang.
Yeah, she wanted it, but... Again,
at least it's a par, not a bogey.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Yep. Ooh. Good catch for Paige right there. Getting a stroke on the card right there. Oh, sorry. Heather is parked, isn't she?
Yeah, she's like under the pin.
There's a good putt from Missy.
And it's always fun having Missy and Paige on the same card. They travel a lot together. They end up like camping and staying at a lot of the same Airbnbs. So, good energy, great vibes already.
Oh, nice. Look at that drive from Heather, man. That is incredible.
Yeah, that's just so nice. Paige one of the most spin, like one of the truest spin putts on tour. MPO, FPO, doesn't matter.
You got it, man. Absolutely. That one counted for the birdie right there. And on to hole 4. What a shape on this one, man.
Honestly, one of the most unique holes we have on tour. Basically a big U-turn. They call it the candy cane hole, some people, but the tricky part on this tee shot is you want to go right, but it's more importantly to hit your spot not too far and not too short, because the angle on this second shot is so finicky. If you see somebody throw a driver, oftentimes they're going to spit past the mouth and have these little line of trees in their way. Once you get to the green, though, it does dribble down towards those tree line, or towards the tree line. So really, it's a touchy par 4.
Paige looked to be coming up a little short of optimal. Heather, this looks better.
That looks better, but again, might be a hair short.
Yeah. Katrina up next.
Yeah, she's going with this orange M4 she's had in her bag for, I don't even know, like a decade now. And that's what I'm talking about. A little too far. You wouldn't think 255 feet is too far, but it is.
Huh. Yep. Missy? Oh, no, that's going right.
It could be nice, though.
Oh, that's a nice little kick out.
It is. A little flare, too.
Yeah, should be able to par from there. So here, Paige did come up quite a bit short of the corner.
Yeah, and there's really just no angle to the green from here.
No, you're just pitching up for a par layup, which she did nicely, though.
Yep.
Heather, a little bit better spot here.
Yeah, and with the lefty, you think maybe a steep hyzer play, but even from where she is, I mean, that's pretty much best you're going to do, and that's 50 feet around a tree.
Yeah. Missy also came up short of the mando tree. Got to be playing a little banana shot. That's nice.
Yep, that's fine. I mean, again, easy 4. You're not going to be birdieing. Katrina, if she can find a way through the trees, has the angle a little better than the other ladies.
It looked like she found a gap. Yeah. Tough shot, though.
Yeah, and such sketchy footing that it's just unlikely.
This will be Missy's third. Go.
Shorter than you want. I mean, in the circle, but
Yeah.
no reason not to be parked from that distance.
And Paige, yeah, this is one you don't want to go too far on.
I probably have seen more layups on this hole, I think, than any other hole I've seen on tour. Like, it's just something
That's
about
not raised
the green.
basket.
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
nothing,
fair point. Yeah, and there's
no
like
drop off behind.
Yeah. As far as like relatively normal greens, this one's like number 1 in the layup category.
Heather having to get creative here.
Oh, come on back.
Oh, roll out. Circle's edge putt.
Oh, wow. I thought I was even a little closer. This is, farther than you want, for sure.
Yeah. Looks to be about 32 feet.
From a knee. You hate to see it.
You do. Missy from a couple feet closer for her par save.
Boom.
Get it.
She goes quick. She's kind of like a quick down, quick up release putter. But I'll tell you what, man. When it's on, she is drilling them.
Yeah. Looks good so far. After shaking off that early putt on one, which happens to the best of them.
Yeah, we had a conversation recently about like the best putter in the FPO division, and I think Missy Gannon and, for me, Lisa Fakis are the two.
I was going to throw that one out there too.
Yeah, that we really highlighted as like the top 2, putters, just from a consistency standpoint, like always giving it good attempts.
Last chain caught that one.
I was-
Did nicely.
Yeah, I mean, the putt was fine, but it almost tried to fight through.
That it did. On to hole 5, one of our first iconic holes out here.
Absolutely. This one does play a little bit differently than the USDGC layout. For the WNC, there is no mando towards the right of that lake little cutout there. So you're going to see our players having to make a choice. Do they throw it short on their second shot and try and go over the water? Or do they just rip it long of the mando and try and play the out and around, relatively more safe, unlikely to have that big number pile up if you go that route.
Paige on the box. Looks like a mid off the tee.
It is, and she was pretty locked into this play. No reason to really get too aggressive. She could just rope that, but I think it's a buzz.
I think it's a buzz too.
On
Yeah.
that left to right line, it just holds all day.
And Kat's been playing the forehand on this hole. It's been working for her.
It has been working. It's very interesting to me. I think she's going with the more putt and approach disc, the A2, I do believe. Just really playing safe, going with probably a second chip shot there is my guess if she didn't get aggressive off the tee.
Nice one by Missy if this misses everything.
Yeah, similar shape to Paige's. It had a little bit more of the flex, though, rather than that gentle left to right the whole time.
Heather?
This is what I was expecting a little more out of Kat with the sidearm. There isn't a ton of danger of flipping it over if you throw a real overstable disc, but Heather's in prime position here.
Kat second, just playing for a little placement shot to across the lake is her play, right?
Yep, we saw it during round one. Really just the 2 chip shots and then the big rip on the third shot. Really, you don't see anyone else in the FPO division, or at least we haven't so far, trying to throw over the water, but Kat, obviously, elite distance in the FPO field.
Looks like Missy's laying up for it, Corey.
Yeah, and looks like Heather is too, so...
I think she is.
I think I might have spoke too soon.
Yeah. Although Paige looks to be lining up around the outside line.
Which is so funny because she's clearly the longest thrower on the card, but she said she doesn't... She's like, why is everybody throwing over the water? It's the easiest par 5 we've ever played.
Yeah.
You see Schwebby out there?
There after two. Yeah, there's that Schwebby.
Oh, he had no idea there was no Mando. So he was like, oh my God, what has she done?
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Kat trying to carry the water.
No, she needs more turn. More turn.
Oh, man. She threw it so beautifully round one. She'll be moving up a little bit.
Now with a big throw, too.
Mm-hmm. A little extra safe. Too safe?
Yeah, Haley King did this round one. She overturned it so much it was safe. I think that one might be safe in the trees as well, though.
Cool. So Kat throwing, is it 5 now?
Yeah, 1, 2, third shot over 5.
Oh, no. Throwing 7. We're Kevin Costner tin cupping right now.
No, don't you do it.
Come on, this one's got it.
This is that orange M4, so if this one goes in the water, that is a huge loss.
Yeah. All right, she's good there. Heather's going across. Thankfully, she's going to fade towards land.
Yeah, she's got the preferred angle coming in.
She knows her game, man. She didn't try to do too much there.
She's one of the most calculated players, I feel, especially with like that new crop of young players coming in. She's really got the golf game dialed.
Love it. All right, we're looking at Paige's third, trying to get in position for the birdie putt, and that looks pretty good.
It's just, sometimes it feels like it's a little unfair when she just has her level of distance because she made this hole look so easy.
She busted out the Game Shark on this one, man.
Yeah, I know. Throwing it back to the Genesis days.
There is Missy laying up nicely. Looks like she was in, but still going to be taking a bogey, right? After struggling to get out of there. That was for birdie?
Yeah, Heather had the attempt, or had the look for bird. It's just so tough to get it next to the basket throwing over that water. You got to hang over it so far.
Kat? How do you make that putt? That's the ultimate tourniquet putt, Corey. There's never been a better one.
Wow. I love that, though. It's like, what'd you take? Took an 8 there. Hit a 50-footer. Could have been a 9.
I legit could have. She did.
Wow, that's huge.
That's some great mental fortitude by Katrina right there. To gather herself up and after having that hole and hit that putt. I am so impressed.
100% feel the same way. And her putts, I'm telling you, when they're coming in from like 40, 50 feet, they hit like bricks on the chains.
Yeah, they do. And Missy cleaning up the bogey. Could have been worse, though. Nice, it stayed in bounds on that third shot. Get a good look at this thing.
The Calvin Heimberg, like Haley King scoop from below, too.
Boom. I love how it goes out of frame and just smashes right back.
I know, and I honestly, I love her putters, too. The, like, cat with the star, with the Prodigy star is one of the coolest, like, signature logos.
You're right on with that one, man. A hole 6, we're trying to go on vacation.
The beach hole, man. Bring me back to Myrtle Beach, or bring me to Myrtle Beach for the first point. Classic hole. I think I've seen Kenny Climo park this on video 20 consecutive times, but Paige, from a shorter tee than the USDGC plays, 282, but really plays at the same hole. Hang it out right, swoop it back into the sand. If you're on the sand, you're good. If you're not, it is a terrifying putt.
Yeah. It surprised me. We saw a lot of the long OB come into play for the USDGC side.
Very true. I mean, it's not the longest hole. That's the thing. That's what makes it so tough. Is it really is a firm fairway driver. But some of these guys even blasting mids at it. Heather, a little short, is going to have a bit of a sketchy putt shooting over the OB, I think.
She will. Missy up next.
Little
This looks
inside,
nice.
but oh no, that's
Oh,
never mind. That's spot on, perfect.
that was beautiful. And Katrina looking to come back from that 9. Or
Feels
8,
like-
sorry.
Yeah, it feels like this is just a Katrina type hole too. Just
Oh, yeah.
so good at throwing it out on hyzer and just swooping it back in.
The extra bullseye.
Yep. Yeah, if you
Nice
get
shot,
it inside
Katrina.
the bricks, that's probably like a technical bullseye, right? 3 meters.
Yeah, I think so. Heather giving it a run. Ooh.
Had like the full flight flex putt.
It did, didn't it? And Paige Pierce with a patented Paige Pierce knee putt.
Wow, patented Paige Pierce putt.
It is, man. She's so quick to go to the knee on those elevation change putts. you know?
100%. It's, I mean, I don't, it doesn't work for me necessarily, but I think maybe if I tried it, it might. It's just I haven't even really given it a chance.
Yeah, I haven't either. It works for her, though.
Shoot. Yeah, I mean, you see a lot of people doing it. It's not just her.
Mhm. Yeah, there must be something to it.
Mm-hmm.
Good putt here from Katrina. Nice birdie.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good putt, but it was a great drive. Like, let's be honest.
It was a great drive, yes. And there's Heather with the solo par. Wow, well played by her lead card there.
Yeah, 2.25 average. Shoot, that's not terrible.
Not at all. Getting a good look at Paige. Running it right at the water, but no fear. Perfect putt.
It's one of the cooler greens. Like, we just don't see a green like this very often, where it's just completely a different surface than everything else we're playing on.
You're totally right, man. All right, triple mando.
Oh, gosh, the clown's mouth. 284 feet, the same exact hole that we're going to play from the MPO division. Shoot it straight. That's really your main option. One of the tricky parts, the local knowledge, if you played here a couple times, it is angled slightly more open left to right. So you are going to see probably a disproportionate amount of sidearm, both hyzers and really like straight to right finishing shots. But
Yeah.
if you have the straight backhand, it really doesn't hurt just to rip it right at the basket.
Missy Gannon. After Paige came up short, this needs to hook. Hit it. Okay.
Yeah, hitting it not the worst, obviously. You're going to have a tricky up, but missing it and then really auto bogeying is not ideal.
Kat likes this sidearm play. Get in there.
I think it's a... Yeah,
Oh.
I think that was a little short. And again, one of the tricky things about this hole, because you need to line up relative to the mandos, you have to stretch out in a really awkward angle to get it out and around through the mandos.
Yeah, your other foot has to not be closer than your first to the corner of the hole, basically.
Which is just so weird.
It is very interesting. Oh, that was in there for so long. So
oh
long.
my gosh.
Brutal. And
Yeah,
here
that's
is
not
Missy.
right.
No. Doing the weird Mando stretch, but does it well.
Yeah,
Kat,
like how
and
often
even
do you
weirder.
throw this shot, this angled shot?
It's so silly. She's got kind of a long putt now for her par. Heather for the 2.
So Missy is the world putting champion. Heather took down the VPI, the Virtual Putting Invitational, the Pro Tour through this over COVID break. So two of the best putters in the division.
Cool. Plus the 2 best players in the division.
Yeah. Well, hey. We got Euros that are going to have a big, long conversation about that, all right?
That's true. That's true.
I know. It's been the weirdest year not having any of the European players. I think it most affects the FPO division, though. I mean, they're 3 out of the top 6 players in the world.
Yeah.
Can't compete at the tournaments. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, thankfully we got Simon in time. We stole him already.
Yeah, he's a confirmed resident now.
Yep. He's got a fiance now. He's locked up.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like legitimate.
We got him for good. You're not getting him back, Europe. Sorry.
Oh, Paige, though, the unfortunate, spit through, cutout, just weak side putt. But
Yeah.
Heather showing us how it's done. Solo bird.
That was she got a beautiful putting stroke.
Yeah, it's so
Super
clean,
clean.
and for me, consistent. That's the biggest thing.
That's what you need in putting. Hole 8, where we going?
697 feet down this really 2, and for the FPO division, for the WNC, 3 tricky shots up to this basket. First, you're going to be weaving through these tall, old-growth trees. There is a little bit of an OB patch left side of the fairway. The second and third shot, you're navigating this tunnel that is really tough. If you get caught, you might have to take a tricky upshot to the right side, but regardless, you got to putt around those mozzarella sticks down by the green.
Heather flexing one out there. It looks nice.
Perfect line, especially for that lefty, or if you're going to throw the sidearm, push it to the right side of that tree and have it just work.
Paige Pierce.
This is the shot, though, that you're going to see the majority of the field trying to throw wide out and around into that safe spot. That's just exactly where you want it.
That was crushed. Missy.
I love it. 3
Flexing to the
players,
same
3
spot.
different lines.
Yeah, that's true. So, love it. We'll see what Kat's got for us.
This tee
Looks
shot is like not to cut you off there, is like
Yeah.
one of the nicest park style shots that we play. Like, I love it. It's nothing crazy. It's pretty flat, but there's just these big trees that you got to carve your lines around.
That is cool. Missy up first with her second shots. She going roller?
It is a great play here, but
No.
no, just going with the air shot, trying to get in a position, work down. All right, good.
That was really nice, though.
Yep, and you want to be
as
at
far
the
as
base.
backhand air shots go.
Exactly. You want to be on the base of the hill. That's the most important side to be on, just so that you can have that more open approach.
And Katrina has an amazing roller game, and she's showing it off right here. Oh, no.
Just a little inside. Yeah, we saw her basically park it during round 1, and
Yeah.
it just feels like she should be doing that routinely, which is like accepting her greatness in a way, but like it just feels like she should be
Yeah.
executing it.
Yep. Heather kind of end up in a similar spot. Oh, this is a good rollout.
Great roll, and the OB does end, slightly before that tree you're seeing the spotter run up on, so safe on that side. Just, going to be a little bit tricky dealing with the fence and a little bit of a bush line.
Roller from Paige. Get over.
Is that cut enough?
Get over. Too much cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that had a chance of like popping over that out of bounds
It
fence.
really did. I'd never thought that as a possibility. Missy's got a gap to the basket. Oh, no.
Yeah, and she was kind of caught between 2 lines there. You really want to be further left so you can go left of the tree. Kat,
That's a
though,
nice up.
she has such a stellar standstill putter game. It's truly something to be envied.
Ooh, that's not a great one from Heather there.
No, I'm surprised he didn't just go with a little backhand there.
Yeah, maybe worried about the roll back off the hill, possibly?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Going for a little angle match there is Missy laying up.
I think she's all right, though.
Yep, and Paige for eagle.
Oh, so she made it all the way down here, just too far to the right there. Oh, the up.
That'll be fine.
Worst roll than you want, but she's all right.
Yep. Heather, this will be her birdie look. Missy for the par save.
Okay, she was a little short. Boom.
Ooh.
Good putt. You can see the lights in the background and that big scoreboard right there. This is the backside of the baseball field at the college, so these next 2 holes are going to be playing around that outfield fence. Can really provide like a unique experience when there's baseball practice or a baseball game going on. It can just get hectic out here.
What, will you tell me the Barsby story? Is that the one I heard it from?
Yes, the word.
Brett Shanker.
Yes.
Up to bat.
As Barsby's about to throw his second shot, next up to bat, Brett Shanker. And then he just shanks one. He was so upset.
I would be too.
Oh, so classic.
Brutal. A couple birds there from Katrina and Paige, not to be overlooked. Missy making a good par putt, sneaking it around the stick here.
Throwing it on hyzer, but it goes straight. Look at that little kiss off the band, too.
Yep. Getting it in.
I like the new little branding on the disc catchers, too. They got the new text. It's like, more of a modern feel.
They get hole 9. Decision time here, probably.
Oh, man, you're not kidding. You put the little blinker here on the ideal landing zone on the second shot if you're playing it safe.
Right.
Off the tee, you can throw lefty hyzer or the righty sidearm around the tree, or the right-hand backhand gap that you're probably going to see Paige throw, but it's really just got to be a net straight shot because that out-of-bounds strip can be really punishing if you slide out left or right.
Yep.
Should be
Seen
noted.
it happen. Ooh.
Yeah, that was close. Should be noted, it is an island green, so you're rethrowing with penalty until you actually land on the island. So this is one of those tin cuppy holes where you can just be throwing over and over again, kind of like 888 later on.
Who's this going to get in, Corey?
Coin flip. Coin flip. Wow. Another week of growth on that grass, and that does not come in.
362 off the tee, too. That was smoked. And this is more of a layup play. So she's probably playing to the front of the island from here, Corey. Seems like a play. Oh my gosh.
Whoa, okay. Started off a little bit, but yeah, she's going to throw another, my guess is a putter approach just down the island to set up like a 200-foot approach shot.
Missy, get left.
Oh, did it go? Oh, it came back in? Oh, my gosh.
Kind of like cut roll on the ground back in.
That little like hillside seems to be very forgiving on those backhand that like do a little squiggle and a little knurl once they hit the ground.
Yep. And there is Heather playing to the front of the first strip, and then she'll try to attack the island from there. Missy, yep, smart play.
Man, this is just one of the last remaining truly USDGC-esque holes where it's like you could either take a 3 or a 9, like all of those scores are in play.
Oh, yes, they are. Paige, trying to make it a 4 worst case, and look like she's done that.
Yeah. Oh, and there's the circle line just outside.
Mm-hmm. Missy, this will be her third trying to get on the island.
Looks good. I like how she hung it way out to the right, really trusting the disc. Is that? Yeah, she's good.
She's in?
All right, good.
Yeah.
Really
That's
golden.
kind of what you have to do when you lay up, though. You got to give yourself a putt.
Exactly what I was saying. Like, you need it next to the basket because the elevated pin, and there's OB right behind it. So if you could ramp off, launch right in there, take another number.
Kat getting it in nicely as well. I'm looking at Heather's third right now.
She gets the benefit of that lefty approach where she can hang it over the thick part of the island the whole way and kind of hyzer it back in. It doesn't seem like that big of an advantage, but it just makes it feel so much more safe when you're throwing the shot.
And pardon me for not checking the scores, and maybe Paige just checked her score, but she's up by 9 right now, Corey. And
she's like, yeah, I'm going to make these girls work for it.
yeah, exactly. I'm not giving no freebies right now. Mm-hmm. Maybe once they get close, she'll start running those again.
Well,
but
and I talked to her a little bit before the rounds, before the tournaments. This is the one major of the year. It's not like you can go out, win 2 out of 3 majors, 3 out of 4 majors, and have a great season. She wants to win. She's not playing games right now.
Yep. Yeah, I get the feeling sometimes Paige messes around a little bit, but she's business mode this tournament.
Yeah, and you kind of have to be. It's titles like this that carry with you in your career. You could win Idlewild 15 times, but you win 1 USDGC, 1 WNC, 1 US Women's, and that's what they announce for the rest of your career.
That's how you get GOAT status. Mm-hmm. She might be it already, man. Getting this on top would definitely help.
Yeah, I mean, Elaine King, again, has something to say about that. Juliana Korver, we heard her on commentary. Another thing to say about that, but hey, the scores and the titles don't lie.
All 3 of them have 5 world championships.
Unfortunately, I think Paige might be in line for a couple more here in a few years. So we'll have that conversation when it gets there. Until then, though, 14 down, 4 under on the front 9. She's slaying.
That she is. Thanks for watching part 1. We'll catch you in part 2.